everyone, I'm Nkechi from Sacramento County Public Health, and I work in the obesity prevention program. Today I'm going to show you how to make some delicious cinnamon baked apples. And I want to thank Oak Park Farmers Market for their partnership in this video and for giving us the opportunity to collaborate on this food demonstration. So I love cinnamon baked apples because it's great for the fall season, it's budget friendly, easy to make, and the kids really enjoy it if you have kids at home. So our star ingredient for today, our star produce item, is the apple. Apples are packed with fiber and vitamin C, and especially with the colder season approaching as well as flu season approaching, it's always good to build our immunity with vitamin C. So you can buy apples at Oak Park Farmers Market or your other local farmers markets when they're in season like they are right now, or you can buy them at your local grocery store year-round. You're going to need 4 golden delicious apples, but for this recipe I actually ended up buying Honeycrisp. That was what was available to me at the time, and you can use a variety of different apples to your liking. You'll also need a tablespoon of lemon juice. You'll need a teaspoon of lemon peel grated. You'll also need 1/4 cup of raisins. You'll also need 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 cup of apple juice. You'll need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. When we cook any recipe or any food, we always want to wash our hands with warm soapy water for at least 20 seconds. So I did that off camera. Also, before you cook, you always want to wash any produce you're going to be using, and so I did that off camera as well. All right, so now I'll show you exactly the steps needed to make the cinnamon baked apples. Okay, so step 1, we're actually going to remove the core of the apple so our fillings can go inside. You can do this in a variety of different ways. I actually have an apple decor, which will help me scoop out the middle, but I'm also going to be using a grapefruit spoon, which has serrated edges on it. That'll help us scoop out the apple, because you just want to get out all the seeds, really. Okay, you can use a knife as well, carefully. To me, it was just a little harder to do that. Okay, so I'll just dig in our decor here as best as I can. That just kind of gives it that nice circular shape that we'll start out with. Then I'll take the spoon and just dig in there as deep as possible. I'll just set aside the insides here just for now. And it's really up to you how deep you want this to go. Again, it's just really to make room for our delicious fillings that will go inside. That is step 1, removing the core. Step 2, you're gonna actually place the apples in a microwave-safe dish, which I did already here. And now we're gonna fill with our raisins. We're gonna fill the apples with our raisins. And when this gets cooking, it's gonna smell like fall, and it's gonna be really delicious. I'm super excited. So now we're gonna add our ingredients into a separate small bowl. So we're gonna add I actually already added our brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg here, as well as our lemon peel grated. I'm also gonna add the 1/2 cup of apple juice and a little lemon juice. And cinnamon, if I didn't already say cinnamon, into one bowl, mix. This is gonna end up being our glaze for the apples. And once we pour this on our apples, it's actually gonna help it to not dry out in the microwave. So that really helps to keep the apples nice and moist. So our apples are done cooking in the microwave. I cooked them for about 5 minutes and they're nice and tender now. So I'll just remove the plastic wrap. So you're gonna want to remove the apples carefully and set them aside on a separate dish. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna actually reheat the glaze that's kind of in the bottom here, just so it thickens a little bit more. So now I'm gonna carefully remove the apples. Okay, so now we're going to put this back in the microwave uncovered. Just have it cook a little longer. Okay, so now we cooked our glaze for about 5 minutes in the microwave uncovered. And so now we're gonna pour some glaze on top of our apples here. Give it a nice little touch. It's smells so good. It smells actually like apple pie. You can customize this recipe however you want. I went ahead and added walnuts to the apples just to give it a nice crunch, a nice texture, and extra flavor. And as I mentioned earlier, you can use whatever apple you like, really. The recipe did call for Golden Delicious, but I used Honeycrisp, so that works too. And you can actually bake this instead of microwaving it too. So if you do decide to bake instead of using microwave, you just bake the apples at about 375 for 30 to 60 minutes. It does depend on your oven. And I actually recommend checking at the 30-minute mark. Maybe stick in like a toothpick or a fork into the apple just to see when they are tender and done. So this recipe is great, it's fun, it's great for the family, it's gonna have your house smelling amazing, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.